Hello, everyone. I welcome you to another podcast session. This one is on understanding decision making at a deeper level. My intention here is to help any one of you who's listening in here to assist you to understand that there is more to decision making than mere choosing between the options. And I come to you with my coaching experience where while I've been assisting several of my clients in their decision making process, somehow from my experience, I thought a little bit of this can be further shared with a larger audience who can make use of this information and perhaps not commit the same mistakes that often people do by understanding what really gets into our decision making process and what can be avoided and what can be further strengthened on. So let's begin by first understanding what is decision making. In simple words, decision making is a choice we make out of the many options available to us. We pick one of it. And if we try to put it into some steps, decision making, it's like if you want to put it into a series of steps, it's a choice we may encounter. Then from the choice we just evaluate the several options we have. Then we pick one, we make a choice, and then we've decided. But there is more to decision making than what we really think. One of the main elements in decision making are information, emotions, perspective, and overconfidence. These things are not very obvious and not something that you might pay a lot of attention to, but that's what's driving us when we make decisions. And today in our session, we will talk about the very first thing, which is the information part. We learn how information drives our decision making. This can also be categorized in two different ways. One, if you really pay attention to your day-to-day working or to all the work that you do in a single course of day, and observe that there are several things you are actually involved in where you are making decision based on the already existing set of information in your head. Let's say, what do you want to cook for today? This information, you don't really get into a decision making process per se. Instead, the information that you've been carrying about the food, diet, healthy food, what's stored in your refrigerator, to what do you have at hand, what do you prefer to eat today, of the occasion, if there's somebody else dropping by, you have a friend over at lunch, whatever the consequence or situation is, for every scenario, the information fed in your brain is helping you decide. And oftentimes it's just a matter of fraction of seconds or few seconds where you arrive at a decision of what do you want to cook today. Similarly, what do you want to wear? What are the tasks that you would complete today, to even taking a shortcut to your office while commuting in order to save time. Each of it is coming in from the information fed into your brain from the many experiences you've had over a period of time. So this is a very important element that helps you and make those innumerable decisions over the course of the day. In terms of information, a lack of it also can help you or hinder your decision-making process. Let's look at the hinder part, where a lack of information sometimes can make you make the wrong choice because you did not knew enough of it. And I often find this with my coaching clients when for some of them, during our third or fifth sessions, There are many things that, while they discuss their stories or their problems at a deeper level and at more detailed way, one of the things and one of the very common insights my clients gain is the lack of information they were holding about a particular concept, on account of which they find themselves moving in a completely wrong direction. So, information can help you arrive at a better decision. Similarly, information can also hinder and can lead you to make wrong choices. This is one of the key elements through which you arrive at a decision. So, next time when you find yourself, let's say, you've just decided, but when you face the consequence of the decision you made, or some kind of a negative result or an outcome, think, what did you do with this major element? If you really want to review your decision, think about this first element, which is information, and just pause and reflect whether there was a lot of information you have used in arriving at this particular decision, or was there a lack of information because of which you find yourself facing the consequences of a wrong decision. This way you will get to understand what really is at play. In simple words, as quoted by Heath brothers, Dan and Chip Heath, when we want something to be true, we will spotlight the things that support it. And then, when we draw conclusion from these spotlighted scenes, we'll congratulate ourselves on a reasoned decision. But in reality, that's actually where we get into our wrong decision mode. Well, friends, that's all for today. I hope this mini series helps you understand the decision making process at a more deeper level. I'll meet you again in another session. Till then, have a good time, and I'll talk to you soon.